It takes only a few minutes behind the wheel of the 2022 Toyota GR86 to reach one important conclusion. If you like the car it replaces, the 86, whose name was 86-foot-D in favor of GR86, this time around. You'll love this one. We said as much after our first drive in the new GR86, and we'll say it again now that we have the much improved first test figures in hand for both the manual and automatic transmission GR86S. Flat 4, inflated performance. Still rear-wheel drive, lightweight, and powered by a flat 4 engine. The 2022 Toyota GR86 harshly outshines its predecessor at the test track. Credit largely goes to the engine, a larger 2.4-liter unit that replaces the old 80 SIXS 2.0-liter. Output jumps to 228 horsepower and 184 lb-ft of torque regardless of which transmission you choose. Before, the self-shifting 86 gave up 5 horsepower and 5 lb-ft of torque to the 205 horsepower, 156 lb-ft stick-shift variant. The 2.4-liter engine's torque curve is beefier, and the old 2.0 liters odd torque dip midway through the rev range was dragged out back behind the shed and smothered to death. Likewise, the flat 4's more egregiously tractor-like noises and vibes are reduced. What's left is an engine that, while hardly Honda-like in its smoothness and rev happiness, is at least now vaguely well-matched to the two-door GR86 sports car persona. As soon as the tachometer needle swings past 3,000 RPM or so, the bigger flat 4 comes alive, snarling its way toward redline deliberately, if not exactly quickly, while delivering solid pull. Driving away from a stop, the new Toyota GR86 engine actually seems interested in forward progress. The old 86 would stumble around like a sprinter who tripped over the starting blocks before gathering itself and straining up to speed. Metaphors aside, that sensation translated in our testing to a 0 to 60 mph run of just 5.8 seconds for the manual transmission GR86 and 6.6 seconds for the automatic transmission model. The stick-shift version is 0.6 seconds quicker to 60 miles per hour than a 2017 Toyota 86 we tested, and it matches the last Mazda MX-5 Miata RF, the Miata with a folding hardtop, we evaluated. The new automatic transmission variant is quicker, too, by 0.3 seconds, and it shows you just how much extra torque the GR86 has on board, and how much lower it peaks in the rev range. Looking at the new Toyota GR86 quarter-mile times backs this up. The manual GR86 chopped the old 80 SIXS time from 14.9 seconds to 14.3 and hit the speed trap 4.1 miles per hour faster at 98.7 miles per hour. Once again, even the automatic transmission GR86 also outperforms the previous generation stick-shift 80 SIXS quarter-mile time by 0.1 second and 1.6 miles per hour. Previously, when anyone asked us which of the two available transmissions they should choose in the old 86, we didn't hesitate to select the manual. Pose the same question about the 2022 Toyota GR86, and we say the same thing. Not only is the stick-shift model quicker, but a 6-speed manual, which in this application offers improved shift feel, just seems more appropriate for a sports coupe like this. However, the optional 6-speed automatic isn't an immediate write-off if there exists some reason you can't operate a clutch pedal and put your right arm to work, but its lazy shift logic and seeming allergy to lower gears, carryover problems from the previous car, are more glaring when set against the new GR86's more notable power. Thumb the sport button or select the track setting on the center console, and the automatic puts its best foot forward, though it's hardly perfect. And forget using the shift paddles behind the steering wheel. You'll give up on them after the first few waiting room experiences for an up or downshift. It won't shine through in any of our objective test measurements, but the GR86 platform, an evolution of the old cars, is an altogether more solid-feeling piece. The entire structure is more rigid, and it announces as much every time it helps the suspension absorb ruts and bumps with a satisfying whump. Don't get us wrong. The 2022 Toyota GR86 remains an affordable, firmly suspended small sports car. While the ride quality benefits from more refined tuning of the bushings, springs, and dampers, things can get busy and loud over broken pavement. But there is far less suspension crashing over these sorts of roads than before, and combined with the engine's more dulcet tones, the GR86 exudes a newfound sense of substance the old car sorely lacked. Regardless of your chosen transmission, this Toyota still slides on command even though the grip levels are higher. The extra grip comes primarily from the Michelin Pilot Sport 4 summer tires that come with the up-level premium package, as tested here. Toyota and Subaru, its partner on this car, famously equipped the last generation GR86 and BRZ sports cars with, and we're not kidding here, Prius hybrid tires which were cheap, readily available, and exaggerated the rear-drive car's penchant for throwing their tails wide in corners even at low speeds. The same fun spirit remains, but again, the limits are now higher. We recorded 0.98 G average of lateral grip on the skid pad in the manual version and a nice, round 1.00 G in the automatic. Both GR86s we tested leveraged their newfound grip and power to deliver hugely better figure-8 times of 24.7 seconds, manual, and 24.8, automatic, at an identical 0.76 G average. Though we haven't tested the base tire versions, expect them to give up some ultimate grabbiness. The last 86 we tested scored an OK 0.87G maximum lateral grip on its all-season rubber. Accessing all of the grip is a snap. Simply press and hold the stability control button on the center console for a few seconds to deactivate that system entirely. To activate a higher threshold setting that allows for some sliding without fully defeating ESC, thumb the track button next to it.